Hi guys, today we're going to go through how to use the Photoscape program for the Minor Details website. It's a very easy program to use and it is like a pared down version of Photoshop. It has a lot of the same tools with color, photo editing, cropping, resizing, all that jazz. So for a photo to be approved onto the Minor Details website, it has to be a 4:5 ratio and under 2 megabytes in file size. So for people who don't know what an aspect ratio is or a ratio is, it is a unit of measure for screens. It's not like a unit of measure like centimeters or inches. It's how an image scaled on a small device versus a large device. So using Netflix as a really great example, if you watch Netflix on your phone or on a tablet versus if you watch it on a big screen TV, it always stays the exact same. There's no heads cut off, there's no distortion or blur. It looks the exact same because it's maintaining that both the height and width of the frame, so there's never a problem. So that's what we want to do with these images. So if we want to look at the website on our phone or if we want to look at it on a big monitor, it will have no variation. And a file size is how large that file will take up on the website. If we have too many images that are really large, like 30 or 40 megabytes in file size, it can slow down the website. So we've made a cap of 2 megabytes because that's not going to distort or pixelate and it's going to have a nice clear image. What we want to avoid is going too low with the file size. So the sweet spot is between 650 to 2 megabytes in file size. If it's like 50 kilobytes, it's going to always look really pixelated and grainy because you're trying to blow up a photo that isn't intended to look that big. So at this point, I'm hoping you've downloaded the Photoscape program. And you should have the image that you're wanting to use saved and ready to be uploaded on your desktop. If you're emailing the photo to yourself from your phone, just try to save it on your desktop so it's really easy to find so we don't have any problems here. So there's two ways to upload your photo into this program. Either you can take it right here, drag it and drop it right like that. See the little plus sign? It might be a little different for a PC, but it's basically the exact same thing. Or you just click open right here, go to your desktop and click the image you're trying to use. And it should open just like that. And all your tools are going to be right here. So if it's rotated or you want to make it a little bit brighter or resize it at all, these are all the tools you can use, which is great. But the only tool we're going to be focusing on today is cropping. So we're going to click that right now, and it's going to give you a list of the aspect ratios you can do. We need to do a 4:5 ratio, which is the same as an 8:10. It's just a fraction of it. So click that, and then we're going to go right over the image, click down, and scale a big rectangle. Doesn't matter if it's the right size or you want to make it bigger because we can adjust it afterwards. Then you have this hand, and you can move the frame to center your child in the middle of the frame. At this point, you can adjust the corners, and it's going to maintain that same ratio, and it's not going to distort it at all. So for a photo, ideally you want to have it so it is showing a little bit of room at the top and at the hip or the waist, depending on how zoomed out the photo was, but we always want to have it about here and always nice and centered. So once you're done with that, you just press this button right here, crop. So we're 50% there. The 4:5 ratio is done, and all we have to do is just make sure it's the right file size to upload onto the website. So right now we're just going to go to save, and this is how we can tell how large this file size is. So right now it is 1.1 megabytes, so it's perfect. It's under 2 megabytes and it's ready to upload. But if for some reason this is larger than that, say it's 3 megabytes or something like that, all we have to do is just toggle this to the left and it will reduce the file size. So I like the sweet spot to be around 1 to 1.5. And then once you got it there, just press Save As. Write your child's name in this box right here. Don't put the last name, just Becky B or something like that. Make sure it's always on your desktop so it's really nice and easy to find, and always make sure it's a JPEG. There's all these different options, but we always want to have a JPEG. And then press save. I already have it on my desktop, so we're going to replace that. Perfect. So now we have the photo we're looking for. If you wanted to change anything, you can press undo and you can redo it again, but it's super easy to program to use. Once you're done with this, all you have to do is just find the website, go back to it, scroll down right where it says Photos, click once, go to your desktop, find your image, and choose. So this little thing is the loading bar. If it gets stuck right there for too long, don't worry, it will upload eventually. And then once it's fully uploaded, you're gonna have this tiny little thumbnail of what you're looking for. So once you're done, all you gotta do is press submit, and it's gonna redirect you back to your account once it's done. Thank you so much for watching the tutorial. Hope this goes well for you.